Hey everyone, welcome to another video of mine. This one's on Chick Corea's Steps. A little bit more of an obscure song, maybe not what you call standard, kinda, but it's off his record, Now He Sings, Now He Sobs. I think I'm remembering that right. I think that's what it is. But I've just kind of been messing around with the melody. If you're already familiar with that song, it's a pretty fast, good amount of notes in the melody. And I've been experimenting with using 4 mallets. Like, that's kind of been one of my focuses, using lines or melodies with all 4 mallets rather than just 2. I like to hold 4, even if I'm mainly just playing lines, because it gives me the option to play chords. And I've always liked chords, and also I play in a good amount of settings where I am the chordal instrument. So with that being said, this is something I'm still working on, so I'm not even going to try to play through it fast. But so like that, even that first little bit here, probably a little easier to see through that camera. I'm not going to make the same mistake as last time and look up there when it's right there. So I'm going to be looking over there the whole time. But so we got, let's see here. So yeah, even just looking at that first little part, I'm using 2 kind of shapes here in terms of the 4 mallets. So the first one are those 4 notes. So we have G, B flat, C, and D, C and E flat. Notice my right hand's on the flats. The next one is going to be, this one's a little bit weird. So we have D, F, G, B flat, but notice my sticking here. It's like I go, what if mallet 1 is the bottom one, that would be like 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 4. So I go from that. So the first step, if you want to try this along with me, would be just maybe just getting used to that. A big thing is just general technique things that I actually have been kind of working on myself is staying close to the instrument, keeping my wrists down, because I have a habit of bringing up. But with the left hand, don't go too far up because of this thing we got going on here, where we have this mallet here. We got to make sure these are low, not too low, not like here, but just a little lower. So that's why I start like here. So because then after we do, all we're gonna do is. Which, oh, that's simple enough. If you have, we could do that for days. Now we're gonna go. I think I just realized I actually meant to say a low C. I think I had said before a D, but it's a C. So here's part 1 and part 2. Now if we put them together, very slowly. So now maybe a little faster. Now we're going to add that D at the end. I'm going to do 2 Ds. The second one, though, we're going to switch to the left hand because we're going to go right, left, and then see how I dampen the B flat. So all together, here's very slow. Okay, cool. Now maybe close to tempo, or around there, I'd be like. I want to preface this too. You could say, why even do all this? Just do 2 mallets. I mean, and that's valid. I just think with 4 mallets, and if you're pretty decent at like change intervals and at permutations, it lets you not move as much, right? Just like this, we have these shapes. Right? And then all we're doing is like little permutations. It's cool, and I actually do think it's practical. It's a slightly different way, maybe not as traditional way of playing, but it's something, players like, especially Simon Mollier, one of my favorites, he is amazing at doing this. But yeah, so that's the first part. Now we have, that part's pretty self-explanatory. Just wet those fourths. Nothing too crazy here. Okay, and then we got this. Notice my right hand's up on the B flat, E flat, left hand. 4, 2, 3, 1, right? So far, maybe a little under tempo, so. All right, now for the last part, well, we do this actually really similar to the beginning. Now here, remember how we do that same thing, right, left, da, da. Now, I'm gonna actually go right, left, da, da, and see how I kind of brought up my right hand here? You don't want to bring up your arm, and you also don't want to like chicken wing, I think they call it, chicken wing too much. But I'm really almost touching. My fingers are almost touching that bar. Let's start on that D, the 2 Ds, and then it goes up to this double right hand thing. Actually, that's a pretty simple thing there. Just a little walk down to B. So right, left. And then we keep our left hand there. We have this pretty simple there. We bring over our right hand for all these accidental notes. Now, here's this part where, same idea as before, I'm going to kind of bring my right hand up, trying to keep it as close to my body. Again, this is something I'm still working on. You'll probably catch me doing this too, but trying to keep it as nice and relaxed and close to the bars as possible, because now we got. This is what's cool here too, is that I'm able to use my right mallet, or my, I guess, mallet 4 on the flats, and then mallet 3 on the accidentals. Check this out. And I do a little double there at the end because, and that's it. I think that's the whole thing. So if you put that all together, that was kind of fun. I feel like I actually improved too a little bit through doing that. It's funny, before I was recording this, I was getting a little frustrated. I think I was just trying to play too fast. And what's nice about doing this is it actually forces me to slow down and talk about it, which actually, I think it made me realize one thing I was doing wrong. Like, that's the thing with doing this kind of stuff, is that you have to be very precise. I mean, whether you're doing 2 mallets or 4 mallets, I mean, there's just you have to be. So it's kind of a little benefit of that. So, yeah, if any other vibe players out there want to tackle this song, I think I might have put a video a while back. I was definitely not using these stickings, but maybe I'll make another one. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, if this is helpful, let me know in the comments if you have any ideas. All right, thanks.